My TRX people, welcome to my channel Connect and Move. My name is Jessica. Today I'm going to be taking you through a TRX workout with a focus more on the upper body and core. Now with that being said, I do try to teach in kind of like an all body all the time way. So it doesn't mean that our legs won't get some type of movement, right? They're still going to be at the party, right? So just keep that in mind, all right? But like I said, just with a focus on the upper body and the core today. So we're going to start with our straps at mid shin. So if we just let our straps hang, those handles will be about at mid shin, okay? And that's for everybody, whether you have it a ceiling mount or you've got your door. You can have shoes on, you can have socks on, you can go barefoot. It's completely up to you. So with that being said, just get your straps set up. All you need is a mat, or maybe you're on the carpet, and then let's get moving. So to start, we are going to do just a little bit of a warm up before we get into, I guess, the main workout. So starting with your feet about hip socket or shoulder width distance apart, I'm going to straighten my arms out to where they're about in line with maybe my belly button or my hips. I'm going to press down into the handles so I feel kind of like my armpits and my side body engage. I'm going to take a big breath in here, and then on my exhale, I'm going to nod my chin and just roll out. Kind of resist as you roll out. And then once you come to that long line to where you feel like you're in a flat back, maybe bend the knees and extend the spine a little bit. So think booty sticking out, chest going forward. And then let your head drop round into your spine, shrug the shoulders into the ears, and roll yourself all the way up. So for these next couple of rollouts, just make this feel good. Just find some type of stretch here. So keep the pressing down into the arms. And then once you pass through that long line, feel the shoulders glide away from the ears, broaden the collarbones. And then as you kind of roll back down or let the head drop, let the shoulders shrug up into the ears and roll yourself all the way up. Let the knees bend where it feels natural. Last one like this. Roll yourself out. Extend the spine, reach the heart forward, stick the booty out. And then exhale, round through the ribs, let the head drop and roll yourself all the way up. All right. So I'm going to take my hands kind of into the Velcro straps here, and I'm going to lean back a little bit. All right. So I'm not quite gripping on, I'm just more of a pushing down with these long fingers. I'm going to lean back a little bit, and I'm going to let my shoulders roll forward. So I come into protraction, and now I'm going to let them come up into my ears, and then I'm going to roll them down. All right. So we're just going to do some shoulder rolls here. Let the spine move where it just feels good and where you can really exaggerate this shoulder roll. And right, for me, like my elbows need to bend in order to like get deeper into that roll. So let that happen if you need. And now I want you to reverse it. Now, the closer your feet are to the anchor point right now, the harder this is going to be. Harder meaning like your muscles are going to have to work harder to move the shoulders around. But hopefully this should feel things maybe start to warm up and kick on a little bit. I'm feeling some work like right in between my shoulder blades, right, as they come back into that retraction. So let's do 2. And 1. Awesome. Pull yourself up. Let's grab onto the handles, okay? So I'm going to hold on with a strong grip. My palms are facing in. You can either be legs zipped up or slightly apart. Remember, we're still in that warm-up phase. So let the arms go straight as you fall back in that plank spine, and then low row yourself up. So for your warm-up, I want you to just think of this as your time to get connected to all the right muscles, right? If you know that you maybe use your right arm more than your left arm, here's your chance to really even things out, to find the sides of the neck are long. Think those ribs softening into your back. Let's do 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now we're gonna turn around, face away from the anchor point. Again, legs can either be together or apart. I'm gonna start in a plank position. We're gonna do a chest press, but remember, take it easy at first, all right? We're gonna bend the elbows wide and then press yourself back up. So again, here's your chance to just maybe think of this more as like mobility work. So maybe we get a little chest stretch at the bottom because we're not at such a crazy angle. Make sure those straps aren't rubbing up against your arms. Heels can either be lifted or down, depending on where you're at, right? Heels might have to lift. So puff up that chest as you come down. Let's do 3. And 2. And last one, arms are straight out in front of you. Walk the legs together now. Step your right foot out in front of you. Drive the chest through the arms to get an armpit, chest, shoulder stretch, whatever you need, and then press yourself back up. Left foot out. Drive the chest through the arms and then press yourself back up. Now, depending on how far into that stretch you're going, I forgot what I was gonna say. But as you go forward, right, I still want you to keep your arms active, right? So to press yourself back up, right, we're gonna use the arms, we're gonna use the lats. So think of that forward foot as just an assist. Sometimes you have those thoughts, they come out and you're like, where was I going with that? So that arm position at the end range, right? That's the end of your ab rollout. Let's do 3 and 2 and 1. Press yourself all the way up. Let the straps go. So standing kind of at the end of your mat, I'm just off to the side so you can see me here. I'm gonna reach the arms up to the sky. Big breath in here. And then on your exhale, nod your chin. Roll down, take your hands to the floor, and now walk out to a plank. Once again, feel free to separate the feet, feel free to bring them together, but I want you to hold strong in your plank. Think of your upper abdominals lifting up away from the floor. And once again, the sides of your neck are long. You're just holding here for 3, 2, 1. Pike the hips up. Drive the chest through the arms once again, right? There's another chest stretch. And then start to walk the hands back in, all the way in, hips go over the feet, and then roll yourself all the way up. Reach the arms up to the ceiling. Again, exhale, nod the chin, round down, walk yourself out to that plank. And again, just hold strong here. Legs are strong, they're at the party as well, so heels are driving back. Holding here for 3 and 2 and 1. Pike the hips up, drive the heels down to the floor, especially for my tight people. Now try to limit the wobble of the hips as you walk the hands back in. And then roll yourself all the way up. Reach the arms up to the sky. Now we're gonna go down and play, all right? So nod your chin, round up and over. Walk yourself out. Now for everybody, walk your feet a little bit wider. So wide, like maybe the width of the mat, maybe shoulder width distance. So we're gonna do like some shin or ankle taps, whatever you can touch. So pike your hips up, drive the heels down. Take your right hand, reach for your left shin, push the floor away with your left arm. Take the hand back down, find plank again. Drive the hips up, left hand, right shin, and then back out, all right? Flow through it here. Push the floor away. I want you to get some type of stretch here. So if you're super flexy, maybe you reach past the leg. Reach back. Getting a little twist in the upper body. So hips stay square. Let's do 4 and 3, and 2, and 1. Hold here in your plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pike the hips up, walk the hands all the way in, all the way in. Get one last stretch here down at the bottom, and then roll yourself all the way up. All right, we're gonna come back to those rows. Handle in each hand here. Palms are facing in, legs are zipped up together. Let the arms go straight. All right, so make sure those pinkies are wrapping around, and then low row yourself up. Think elbows reaching past your hips as you row them back. Now I know I said legs zipped up together, but if you feel like you want to take them wider, right, take them wider. Does give you more support with that wider base. So let's do 2 and 1. Now let the arms go straight. Turn the palms facing up to the ceiling. Bicep curl, hands come to the shoulders. Now, when you release, can you keep your elbows lifted? And they go back out. All right, bicep curl up and over. So I like to think like I'm kind of doing an uppercut up to the ceiling, and then slow resist back out. Now this move, for me, it goes like 0 to 100 real quick. So there's an easy place, and then there's like a holy crap, there's a hard place. So maybe you take one foot back and act as like a kickstand here to assist you to come up and down. Let's do 3 and 2 and 1. Awesome. Let's now turn around, face away. We're gonna go right into those push-ups. So legs are zipped up if you like. Added challenge of lifting the heels up. All right, find that long line out through the crown of the head. Bend the elbows wide and press yourself up. Inhale takes you down, and exhale back up. So each time the arms go straight is an opportunity to pull back through the low ribs, right? To find your abdominals, but also to find that plank position with your spine. And let's do 3. Push the straps away. And 2. And last one, hold the arms straight. Step your right foot out in front of you, just a little step. Use it as a kickstand. Bend your elbows wide. Maybe go deeper into that chest press. And then press yourself back up, step the foot back. Left foot forward. Go deeper into that chest press. And then back out. So it's like you're going all the way down to the floor if you were doing a push-up, but then like through the floor. Feeling a little bit more in my chest, in the front of the shoulders here. That's 3. I lied, that was 4. This is 3. And 2. And last one, press yourself up. Let's spin around now. All right, we're gonna go back to the bicep curls, but now we're gonna combo it with a tricep press, okay? So start with the arms straight, palms are facing up. I'm gonna take a little bit wider position with my feet here. I'm gonna do my bicep curl, right? I'm gonna start to let the arms go straight, turn the palms facing down to the floor, and then press yourself up. All right, I slowly release the arms back out, palms face up, and then bicep curl. And then I press myself up. So, depending on where you're standing, when you press yourself up into this like kind of chest expansion position, I'm upright, so this is pretty easy. It's the slow lowering back, right, that's challenging. Palms face up and then bicep curl up. Once again, take that kickstand if you need. But those arms pressing back, right, I think of that as like my pull straps 1 and 2 from the reformer. Maybe a little swan action. Let's do 3. And 2. Last one, finish strong with a strong straight arm, strong straight arm, strong straight arm. Good. All right. So now let's come back to that plank spine. Arms are straight, palms are facing in. All right. So from here, hold strong in your legs and now open the arms out wide to the sides and then slowly release the arms. This for me is like those bicep curls. It goes from 0 to 100 real quick. So when the arms are out to the side, it's very easy to lose tension in the straps. Keep tension and then slowly release. The hinge is right from the shoulder. If you have a soft bend to the elbow, keep the bend. All right, so we're not doing like a bend and extend, bend and extend. Are you feeling the back of the shoulders? I hope. Ooh, let's do 3. And 2. And 1. Now, bring the arms back out straight. Low row yourself up. So I'm gonna hold the elbows bent and now open the arms out to the side and then back in. So your body's not really moving, it's just those arms kind of wing flapping out to the side. And think of the elbows reaching across the sides of the room. So that way we're not going into our neck. It's not going crazy into our upper traps. Anybody else feeling the side of the shoulders here? All right, all this is a bent elbow lateral raise. Let's do 3. And 2. And 1. Pull yourself up. Whew. Let's turn around, face away from the anchor point again, all right? Just kind of alternating between push, pull, push, pull. So you find a position with your legs, whether together or apart. All right, so from here, I'm going to keep the arms straight, keep the long spine here, slide the arms away for your ab rollout or long stretch, and then pull the arms back in. Inhale as the arms glide away, and then exhale, pull them back in. So as you do this, can you keep a broad collarbone? And can you also stay connected to your side body and your armpits as you go out and in? So we're not letting the chest fall forward or cave. Let's do 2. And 1. Now I want you to slide out halfway, half your range. And now, keeping the elbows kind of right where they're at, they're gonna bend, hands come towards your temples, and then straighten the arms back out. Another one of these 0 to 100 real quick. So elbows bend, and then press back out. Think of those elbows spiraling in towards one another. Body is holding strong in a plank. So even though it may not feel like, all right, we're doing a bunch of abs right here in the beginning of class, they are still working very hard to hold everything else stable. Last one here, hang in there. Now bend the elbows. Let's go more to 90 with the elbows now. Now slide the arms away so they go straight and then pull the arms back in. Inhale as they go out and then exhale, pull them back in. Inhale out, exhale, pull them back in. Now wherever your heels are at, whether high or down, try to keep them still in space. So the movement's only coming from the shoulder girdle, or I guess from the arms. Let's do 3. It's always 3. And 2. Ooh, those arms. Last one. Awesome. All right, step forward, okay? And now I want you to sweep the arms up to the ceiling. You may not be able to see my hands, but they are reaching straight up. My hands are in the handles. So I don't care what you do with your legs right now, but I want you to just find this tall lifted spine. Keep tension into the handles. And now bend your elbows wide, all right? Like you're doing a wall slide. And then straighten the arms back out. All right, I'm gonna turn to the side here. So when my elbows bend, I'm gonna think of them pinching behind me to open up my chest and then back out. Just a little bit of mobility here. Elbows reach down, like right to the center of my butt. Let's do 3 and 2, chest proud. Last one. Awesome. All right. I'm going to walk back out to the start of that push-up again. Okay. So we're going to kind of combo a chest fly with a chest press. Okay. I did it in my last TRX workout. So one arm's going to be doing something different than the other one. We're going to alternate. So I'm going to turn my left palm facing in, my right palm faces down. Okay. Option to have either the heels high or down. I'm going to bend my right elbow as my left arm opens out to the side. So that one's doing a chest fly, right arm's doing a chest press, and then back in. We alternate. Right arm goes out, left elbow bends, and then back out. Now, depending on mobility, strength, all the things, right? That bending elbow, that chest press one, is acting as kind of a guide to like, okay, how far can I go out, right? Without that opposite arm snapping. That's kind of what it may feel like sometimes. That longer lever makes it harder on that chest fly one. Let's do 3, always 3, and 2. Check your neck. Last one. Awesome. Press yourself up. Okie dokie. So we're going to turn back around now. I'm going to let go of one handle. Doesn't matter which one. Just let go of that handle. All right. I'm going to take my feet kind of wide, maybe the width of my mat, wider than shoulder width distance. So we're going to do a little rotation here. So I'm going to reach my left arm forward. My right arm starts bent. Okay. I'm now going to let myself go back by straightening my right arm. Right. And now I'm going to twist back, reach back to the wall behind me, and then row back up. Arm goes straight. I spiral back. Try to keep your hips square to the anchor point, and then back up. Right. Reach back, look back, open up your chest, and then row yourself back up. Now, if you want to make this harder, the feet can walk in closer, and they can walk like closer together, or they could walk closer to the anchor point. Let's do 2. This time it's 2. Yep. And last one, row yourself up, other side. Every side is different, all right? Find some inner thigh energy here to keep the hips square. Let yourself fall back. Right arm reaches back. And then row yourself up. Find that left pinky wrapping around the handle just as much as your index fingers. And for me, this side feels easier. Legs are strong. My door is noisy. Let's do 4 this time. This is 3. Find those inner thighs for these last 2. Last one, finish strong. And then row yourself all the way up. Awesome. We're going to keep the straps at this length and we're going to come down to the mat. So I'm going to start with my head to the anchor point here. If you have your door mount, you're going to start with your head pretty close to the door, but of course without jamming up into it. I'm going to take the handles, the straps into my hands. And then I'm going to feel them reach across the room. And that should create some length on the sides of your neck and some opening in your chest. So we're going to start with the feet down. Knees are going to be bent. I want you to press down into those straps like crazy. All right. Now take a big breath in here. And then on your exhale, I want you to float your right leg up into tabletop. Take a big breath in here. And then exhale, float your other leg up into tabletop. Feel how you have to kind of push down into those arms, all right? So now we're gonna do some toe taps. I know these are like very fundamental, but boy, oh boy, you should start to feel things. So I want you to bolt your ribs to the mat, keep the arms engaged, and now inhale as your right leg, right toes tap out to the mat, and then exhale back up. Inhale, left toes out to the mat, and then back up. So slower is better here. And obviously the further away you tap the toes, the harder. But here's your chance, kind of like how we did in the beginning of class, is to just set yourself up, move slow and with intention, and to really hold yourself accountable. So for me, it is super challenging to keep my last couple ribs into the mat. But your upper abdominals will have to work very, very hard. Let's do 2. And last one. Now I want you to bring both knees into your chest. Pin your heels and your knees together, right? Now, if it's available, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. So my tailbone is still heavy. My legs are still hugging in as if they were one. And now I want you to exhale out all of your breath. Maybe bring your knees in a little bit closer so the tailbone rolls up. And then inhale, shoot the legs out long, right? Tailbone goes back to being heavy. Exhale, pull the knees in, push into the arms, roll the hips up a little bit if you can, and then back out. Remember, your head can always be down. Make this slow and back out. Oh yeah. Roll that tailbone under as you try to lift up. The slower, the better. And remember that exhale, use it as those knees come in. Exhale, curl the tailbone under and then back out. Try to limit the momentum, use your arms. Last one. Now hold out here with straight legs. Head can either be up or down. Get those arms reconnected here if you lost it. Lower your right leg down as your left leg shoots straight up, and then scissor switch. And switch. So spine, pelvis, super stable. If you want to make things harder, arms can go out to the side. But make sure those low ribs are still bolted to the mat. Let's do 3 and 2 and 1. Bring the legs zipped up together. Bend the knees into the chest, all right? Once again, try to keep the legs moving as one. Take a big breath in. And then on your exhale, can you roll yourself up? Shoot the legs out long. Find the top of your teaser. And now bend the knees into your chest. You're a tiny little ball. And then roll all the way down. And then can you roll the hips up off the mat, right? Find a little baby rollover. And then you roll down. And we roll back up. Legs shoot out long. Knees come in. Roll up. Still keeping the knees bent as you come into rollover. And then legs shoot out long. Come up. Lift those hips up. Weight is in your shoulders when you come into rollover. And then out long. Oh, hello, stomach. Out long. Last one. Find the top of your teaser. Lower the legs down and just hinge forward. And now circle the arms around behind you. Stack your spine up tall and then lean back just to get a little shoulder stretch. Oh, and maybe a little pop. Dive the head back forward. Circle the arms back around. Stack your spine up tall. And now roll yourself to like a half roll back here. All right, so again, push down into those arms like crazy. So feel your side body engage. And now can you keep the shape of your spine and float your right leg up and then lower it down. Exhale as that leg lifts up and down. Exhale as the right leg lifts up and down. So I don't care where you're at. I don't care if you're all the way back. I don't care if you're all the way up, right? Everything else stays stable as the leg floats up. And it's as if, right, as that leg floats up, I'm pulling back like I'm being punched in the gut here and down. Is anybody else feeling your stomach right now? Whew. Let's do 3 and 2. Make that leg long. And last one here, lower it down. All right, so let's turn over onto your stomach for a little swan just so we can open up the front of the body. So when your arms are straight, hands will be kind of right at the door there. Or sorry, just underneath your anchor point. Legs can either be zipped up or slightly apart, but I want you to drive your pelvis into the floor and feel that that stretches your tailbone away from your ribs. And now with straight arms, push down into the handles or the straps, and then rise up, lift yourself up into your extension. Remember, length over height, and then come all the way back down. Inhale as you come up, reach the heart forward, pull the collarbones apart, and then exhale to come all the way down. If the low back starts to bother you, just open the legs a little bit. And then come all the way down. Last one like this, lift yourself up. And now can you hold this extension and row your right elbow out to the side and then straighten the arm. Left elbow out to the side and then back forward. Sometimes when I'm playing with the arms here in extension, I feel like I just need to lower down a little bit more, right? Because it gets harder for your body to hold yourself up when you start moving those arms. So take your option. Let's do 3. Sides of the neck long, and 2, and 1. Now I want you to do both arms, holding up into that extension. So lots of good upper back work here. Think like you're doing a wide row, but now you're holding extension. Maybe those triceps kick on a little bit here. Let's do 3, and 2, and 1. Straighten the arms back out, and then lengthen all the way down. Awesome, let go of those. Sit your hips back to your heels. Maybe find a little shell stretch. And let's go ahead now and flip you around. And you're gonna take your feet into the straps for some planking. Fun, fun, fun. All right. So I'm gonna cue a flexed foot, but if your straps don't allow for that adjustment, and right, you can't connect your heels to the handles, right? Do what feels stable, and point the toes if you need, or if you prefer that. So I'm gonna come down to my forearms. I'm gonna make sure that I can straighten my leg back behind me. I'm not gonna kick the door. Forearms look like a number 11. Drive your pinky side of your fist into the mat here. Find protraction. So again, lift your chest up away from the floor and then shoot your legs out long behind you and hold strong here. Your feet, your legs are strong. And now can you shift more weight into your fists than your elbows here? Even if it doesn't feel like it's happened, just think about it happening. You've got 3, and 2, and 1. Lower the knees down. All right, a couple more sets of these. We're gonna come out now and we're gonna do protraction, retraction. So if being on the elbows is not for you, you can still do this on your hands, right? Protraction, retraction is just chest lifting up into your back. There's protraction. And then chest falling down, shoulder blades hug your spine. So shoulder blades pull apart, protraction, shoulder blades hug your spine, that's retraction. Okay, so you pick your poison with your arms. If your fists are into the mat, keep more weight into your fists than your elbows. Shoot the legs out long. Find retraction and then protraction. Retraction and protraction. Inhale, retraction, exhale, protraction. You got it. Strong legs. First 3, and 2, and 1. Lower the knees down. So good for the shoulder girdle. All right, let's take your feet out. We're gonna come back to that planking, don't you worry. If you need a knee pad, go ahead and grab it. I apologize I didn't say that, but since I need one, I'm just gonna fold up my mat here. I've got a little bit more support, or a little bit more padding. So I'm kneeling about hip socket distance apart here, okay? And I'm gonna start kind of the top of a kneeling push-up, all right? So I'm gonna keep this long line. I'm gonna keep my plank spine. Arms are gonna stay straight. Slide the arms out, 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 and then pull the arms back in. I'm gonna slide them out and away. Keep connected to your armpits, and then pull them back in. So we are plenty warm at this point. And also with this shorter lever, maybe you could go a little bit further, right? Inhale out, exhale, pull them back in. Inhale out, exhale, pull them back in. Last one like this. Go out, and now hold on the out. Maybe go about 3/4 of the way, right? And now bend the elbows in like they're coming in towards your hips, and then straighten the arms back out. They go in towards your hips. So we're just sliding the elbows down and out. Sides of the neck, once again, are long. There's a little push into your feet or maybe the tops of your shins here. Anybody else starting to feel the back of the arms? Let's do 3. And 2. And last one, slide the elbows all the way back in and then press yourself back up. Shake it out. All right. So we're going to add on a little press to that, okay? We're going to do 8 of them. 8. Help me count, okay? So what I mean by a press up is we're going to start with the elbows. We'll start with the elbows bent, okay? So at kind of the end of that position. Straighten the arms out. Pull the elbows back in towards your hips and then press yourself back up, all right? Lower down. So here I'm at a lean. Slide the arms out. Pull the elbows back in and then press yourself up, right? There's your Pilates push-up right there, y'all. You go out, pull them back in, and then press yourself up. I want you to really think about the back of the arms, right? Pressing yourself up out of the bottom of that push-up. I've already lost count. I think we're halfway though. And then press yourself back up. Try to limit any kind of wobble or momentum in those hips. Holy cannoli, those triceps are on fire. Elbows come in, press yourself back up. Good. On these last 2, I want you to really think of the elbows hugging in towards your midline. Try not to let them wing out. And then press yourself back up. Let those straps go behind you. Shake it out. Okay. Now, we're going to come lying on our back. Grab onto your handles, facing your anchor point here. Okay. So, when my arms are straight and I'm lying down, my shoulders are like, they're barely skimming the mat. They're having a hard time, in fact, trying to touch the mat. All right, and then please feel free to readjust if you need. So I'm gonna start with my feet down, my knees are gonna be bent. Turn your palms facing down to the floor. Keep a super, super flat back. And then row the elbows high and wide to lift the chest up, and then slowly release the arms. Now, when you go back into the mat, can your ribs and head hit the mat at the same time? That's gonna let you know, am I leading with my neck, or is my head just staying stable along for the ride? And even right there, my head still was the last thing to hit. Super challenging. Find those upper back muscles at the top, so really open up your chest at the top. Should feel nice after that front body work. Let's do 3. Back stays flat. And 2. And last one, let the arms go straight. All right, now turn the palms facing up. All right, we're gonna do a couple bicep curls and then we're gonna quickly bring it into more of an ab workout here. So once again, keeping the back flat, you're gonna bicep curl yourself up and then slowly let yourself go back into that flat back position. Only 2 more like that. Remember, find that kind of an uppercut sensation. Arms go back out. Last one. I'm having the hardest time connecting my head and my ribs at the same time today. All right, so now when you come up, we're gonna do more of like a rolling up, okay? So as I curl my fists, right, my head's gonna peel off, my spine's gonna peel off. I'm gonna come up, so right now I'm in a rounded spine, okay? Now think of your arms assisting you, assisting your abs as you roll back, roll back, roll back, all the way back. All right, so make it a slow, deep, intentional roll up. And then really pull back through your ribs, find protraction as you roll back, back, back. All right, option here to up the ante. Straighten your right leg out. So my thighs are glued together here. My right leg is not going to move. Curl yourself up, roll up, roll up, roll up. And then roll back. Find that bone by bone as you go all the way back. Again, roll yourself up. You want to make it more about the abs, right? You just loosen up or try to relax your arms a little bit. Roll yourself up. Roll up, squeeze those inner thighs together, and then roll the pelvis back away from the thighs as you go all the way back. Last one like this. Lift up tall at the top. And then roll yourself all the way back, back, back. Straighten that leg down or bend the knee back down. Straighten your left leg out. Think of it reaching across the room. Knees, inner thighs are hugging together. All right, roll yourself up. How about you? I'm really feeling my arms right now, so I'm kind of glad that we're doing some ab work here to kind of give them a break, even though they're staying up. Roll back, 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 back. Good. One more like this, and then we're actually going to switch up the arm position. Roll back. Now, turn the palms facing out to the sides of the room, okay? Now we're going to do kind of a back fly as you roll up, 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 and then slowly release back down, right? There's your arm position from your rowing back. Pull back through the ribs as the arms go out. All right, roll back, roll back, roll back. Good, 2 more like that. Press out, open up your wingspan. Squeeze those inner thighs together. And then roll back, roll back, roll back. Last one, you got it. And then pull the belly away from the thighs as you roll all the way down. All right, so just holding onto the handles here, just swish the knees from right to left. All right, let's go ahead and rock you up. And we're gonna come into some side planking. So you can always do this with your feet on the mat, right? Or you can take your top leg, right? So if I'm gonna be facing you, it's gonna be, my top leg will be my left side into the straps, if having both feet in at the same time is too much. Okay. So I'm gonna come onto my side here. My feet are gonna be flexed. My top leg is gonna be forward, bottom leg's gonna be back if you have both feet into the straps, okay? So bottom elbow underneath the shoulder, drive that pinky side, that pinky fist into the mat here. Feet are flexed, strong, all right? Lift yourself up, find your side plank. Now, I want you to think of your tailbone reaching to your feet and that bottom rib cage lifting up away from the floor. Use your top hand if you need. Otherwise, I don't care what you do with that top hand for now. We're just gonna hold here for 3 and 2 and 1.5 and 1. Go ahead and lower down. Okay, now's your chance to readjust, all right? Remember, you can always just hold your plank, all right? Side planks are tough. Planks are tough anyways in these TRX straps. So feet are flexed. Find the entire forearm into the mat here, okay? Lift yourself up, find side plank, okay? If you can, take your top arm up to the ceiling, all right? Now, make a fist with it. Take it down into the floor. Use it to lift yourself up, find a little side pike, and then you come back down, square yourself off. Could you take the top arm up to the ceiling? And then take it down. We side pike up, and then slowly come down and then up. 2 more. We don't need a lot of these. Push the floor away, push the floor away. And then back out. Last one, hang in there with me. And then lift, 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 back out, and then lower down. Oh yeah, other side. We're in the home stretch, y'all. Every side is different, remember that. All right, left elbow down, or your opposite side. Top leg forward, bottom leg back. Strong flex of the feet. Okay, so we're not collapsing into the ankles. Whole forearm into the mat. Use your top arm if you need. Lift yourself up. So tailbone's reaching to my heels. My inner thighs are hugging together, even if they're apart, y'all. Just holding strong here. Think of those ribs kind of pulling into your back. Chest is open for 3 and 2 and 1. Carefully lower down. Okay. So you know what's coming. So all that protraction that we've done earlier, I want you to try to find it here when you go to lift up. So as I'm twisting my upper body towards the floor, I'm looking down and I'm thinking of my chest pulling back and up away from the floor. That's gonna really get you into your abdominals, but also find a strong shoulder girdle, right? So we have 5 here, 5, 5, 5. Strong legs, all right? Drive out through the heels. Lift yourself up into side plank. Top arm goes up to the ceiling if you can. Fist, bring it down. Push the floor away. Lift up. And then slowly go back out. Take these slow, y'all. No momentum, right? I want you to find deep, deep work here. Lift up. Yeah. We're going from parallel to that twist. Lift, 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 lift. Squeeze those legs. 2 more. You got it. Long neck. Push the floor away like crazy. Exhale into it. And then back out. Ooh, making me sweat here. Fist comes down. Lift up. Lift that sternum up, 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 up. Back out. And then lower down. Awesome, y'all. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Quick stretch here. Just a quick one. So Z-sit position. My left shin is facing the anchor point of the straps here. All right, I'm a little bit more of a straight distance away from the wall here. I'm gonna take my right hand down to the floor behind my hips. I'm gonna sweep my left arm around, drive my hips up, look back at that right hand, and then hips are gonna come down, sweep the arm around. Right arm comes up and over. If you can, maybe grab onto the straps and then push into the handles to deepen the stretch on your right side. And now, hand comes down, arm comes up and around. Push the floor away. And then around, right arm comes up. Grab on, push into those handles to deepen the stretch down the right side of your body. Let go, right arm comes down, left arm up and over. Reach back, stretch back. And then down, this is your last one here. So give me a big inhale into those ribs. And then exhale, maybe go a little bit further. And then take another big inhale. And then exhale all the air out. All right, let's do the other side. Alrighty, once again, every side is different. Think of both hips trying to anchor down first. Then take your left hand kind of behind your hip. Right arm sweeps around, drive the pelvis forward. And if you need a deeper stretch, maybe that bottom elbow bends a little bit. And then circle it around. Left arm up and over. Grab onto the strap. Oh, this is definitely my tighter side. And then let go, hand comes down, sweep the arm around. Breathe into those tight places. And then back around. Left hand, grab on. Push the handles away. Open up that left side. Last one here, left hand down. Make it feel good. And then hips come down, right arm down. So on this last one, I want you to breathe into those back ribs, those side ribs as well. Chest is open, gaze is forward. So give me one more inhale here. Breathe all the way down into your left hip. And then exhale, maybe go a little bit further. And then go ahead and let go of those straps, let go of those handles. And you are done for today. Nice work, y'all.